So we've had a look at the data editor, we've had a look at the layout editor. I want to touch briefly on actions and integrations before looking at publishing and installing our project. So on this notes component that we created earlier, we can see in the configuration panel kind of which column the notes will go to, the label that we've got here, but also there's this thing called action, which says copy to clipboard, and we can add more actions. And this basically allows our user to copy whatever notes that they had in here. So if they had, some random notes, they could then copy that to the clipboard, right? Now, this is a very simple example of an action, right? It's not that powerful, but there are many more powerful actions in Glide. If I add a component like a button, which supports actions, buttons are usually not just for display purposes, they usually do things. You can see here that we can change the style of this button, and then we can add an action to it. Right now, it's just going to show a notification. If I hit go here, it's just going to show the success notification, right? Because we've got the show notification action enabled. But if we change that action, we can see that we've got access to many other things. For example, compose SMS. If someone's using your app on their mobile phone and they hit this button, the SMS would trigger their app's native SMS app to send a message to someone with a number that you provide in that action. For example, if we add the SMS thing here, we can choose a column where the phone number would be. You would imagine that someone's on a contact screen and they can just press a button and suddenly they'll be writing a text to a number for that row. If we have a look in this here, we can see many other things like increment data, set column values, send email, show new screen. There's a whole load of stuff here that you can do. But then there's also integrations, which is where you can trigger external services and bring in data from external services like Google Cloud, Google Calendar, many other different things. Again, this kind of stuff is out of scope for this tutorial, but I want to show you that it's here and that you can deal with actions that are just simple actions like that, like send message or like upload photo or whatever. But you can also deal with actions that are incredibly complex, that have conditions and scenarios. And this is where you manage those kind of actions in the action editor. So if I create a new action here, we can see that, let's say we want to create an action that is that eventually goes on our products, on one of our product items. We choose the products table and we choose an action, compose SMS, right? And we set that up and then we add another action. And so after that SMS, we want to share a link, or after they share a link, we want them to go back a screen. And then maybe we want to say something like, if the user who's here, their role is admin, for example, then do this. If it's not that, do this set of actions. But again, I'm just trying to show you an overview of this now. This does take a bit of time to understand, and you should head over to glideapps.com/learn to learn more about actions and how that works. Also, the other thing to realize about actions is that actions can trigger external services. And this is where the whole realm of integrations comes into play for Glide. If you want to integrate Glide with an external tool, you can go to settings and then head to integrations, and you can see all the different things that Glide can integrate with. For example, if I clicked on OpenAI here, I'm going to click add, and then I'm going to have to put in my OpenAI key. Or if I want to integrate Gmail, I'm going to have to, once I've unlocked it with my Pro account, I can then connect my Google account and send emails directly from my Gmail account in Glide. This is a whole other area though, and I suggest you really dive into that to learn more.